Hello and welcome, it's Leon Street here, and today's training is how to create consistent flows of new leads and take your Facebook marketing campaigns to the next level without wasting money. So who this is for? This is for anyone who makes a living from their expertise, knowledge or wisdom. Coaches, consultants, professional service providers and business owners. So I'm your host, my name's Leon Street, I'm also known as the Lead Generation Coach. And first of all, I want to kick off with the big numbers. I just want to state the obvious so you guys get a feel for what's going on out in the marketplace. So you're probably aware that at the moment, Facebook is the leading social media platform. As you can see, back in June 2017, it had 2 billion monthly users. Second, following behind was YouTube with 1.5 billion. Then you have Instagram, you've got Twitter, you've got WhatsApp, and then there's things like you've got Facebook Messenger, and there's also Snapchat as well as WeChat. Now, Facebook own Instagram, they also own WhatsApp, so you can see actually they have the biggest potential market share of about 4 billion users. And I'm sure there's going to be some overlap in there, but the point is that Facebook is the leader right now. Here's another thing to look at, the top 10 websites on the web right now. You have Google, YouTube and Facebook in the top 3. But the interesting fact here about Facebook, even though it's number 3, is that people spend 4 minutes 40 seconds more on Facebook than they do on Google. So that shows you that's where the attention is right now. So here's the real story. Now, there's a lot of misinformation and hype around these big numbers that I started with. People want to sell services to other business owners, and they're selling them based on these huge numbers without any real understanding of what the numbers mean and relate to a real customer, a real business, in terms of helping them to generate leads and sales. And because of this, you're probably a bit jaded, but I'm here to tell you that you can do this. You can get your Facebook ads to work. And in this training, I'm going to hold you by the hand and take you through the steps that you need to consider. There are hidden enemies, and the hidden enemies are people who are talking about, Facebook ads, this, Facebook ads, that. I made, I don't know, 50,000 in 24 hours using Facebook ads. But what they're not telling you is, the steps that they needed to take in order to get them there. And then there's the other people who are making huge claims without real evidence to back it. They're just using numbers, either of what, stats are being put out there or other people's case studies rather than their own. So they don't actually have the experience. The other thing to bear in mind is that I understand you're probably suspicious on the different things that you come across, promoting this and showing you how to do that. And I'm here to tell you that you are right. Be suspicious. You got to look at things from a principle base, a strategy base. Don't just go on things that are like tactics, how to do this, the kind of hot thing of the moment. You want to look at things that have longevity in the message. So finally, I'm sure you guys have got dreams and goals of taking your businesses to the next level, and I'm here to tell you that you can take your business to the level of your dreams, and I'm going to guide you there along this training. So my goal for this training is very straightforward, very simple. The only way for you to achieve true marketing success is through the V3 methodology. It's a methodology that I've developed, and I'm going to touch on a bit later and take you through that. And the only way for you to get the V3 methodology is through our programs that we run at Business Owner Elevation. So here's a bit about me, just so you know. So for everybody who knows me, who's watching this, you already know my story. But for anybody new, here's just a few things, just so you get a feel for who I am and how I help other business owners in the marketplace. So you can see here I am. I do a lot of workshops. I help business owners to understand marketing strategy and the difference between direct response marketing and product promotion marketing, which are two different things. Here I am with some top marketers from the Midlands in the UK, a lot of really successful guys here helping other business owners just like I do. And every now and again we meet up, and on this occasion we met up for a shooting range practice. It was like clay pigeon shooting, really cool. And here I am with my family. I have a small family, a daughter, my son and my partner. And so, there's many different facets to me. And along my journey, I've connected with some real movers and shakers in the marketing and entrepreneur world. And I've done this so that I can learn from people who have been there, have done it. People like Frank Kern, as you see here. Previously, you had Chris Ducker. You've got the world's #1 wealth coach, JT Fox. And here's another successful entrepreneur, net worth 30 million, Lyndon Wood. And here I am with Jay Abraham, aka the $9 billion man. And here I am with a good friend of mine, Adam Stott, whose business has turned over £40 million as he's interviewing me. And here I am with one of the biggest stars, I would say, of the internet, which is Gary Vaynerchuk. And here's one of my heroes. This is Grant Cardone, and I'm here at his studio in Orlando, Florida. And so the key thing for me is meeting people who've been there, learning, and that's one of the things that I truly believe in. And when I learn, I then like to teach other people. So I do speak around the world. You can see an example of me on stage here. So my story is this: I help people with marketing strategies so they understand marketing funnels, direct response, Facebook and Google ads. I've got 20 years of experience and I'm an action taker who eats, sleeps and breathes this stuff. It's not fake, it's not fiction, it's fact. It's the stuff that I do. So here's a few testimonials just so you understand it's not just me saying this. Here's one from Tina Jones. OMG, I'm amazed by how powerful Facebook actually is and the way to target selective audiences. Thank you guys for sharing this. So I'm actually going to be sharing some of the stuff that Tina learned from us previously. So you'll get to see why she said OMG. You got Mark. Love the content. You guys are really giving some quality content. And we've got Natasha, wow, all the way from Trinidad and Tobago, and she's reaping the knowledge of our expertise. Here's another one from Debbie, phenomenal, powerful, amazing value. We've got here Michelle, I can't say thank you enough. And here's a final one, another one from Valerie, I can't thank you guys enough. You know, these people are experiencing the training that we put out into our market because we really believe in giving back. And so do I. That's what I'm all about. You see, the thing is, I've done a lot of things right, but I've done a lot of things wrong. But here's the light bulb moment, guys. I knew there was something better, so I created a new model. I created something to help business owners accelerate their success, not through skipping steps, but more importantly, following fundamental, systemized steps that actually get results. So it's almost like looking at the difference between an old phone compared to a smartphone. So the new model was really just using technology that exists with the traditional principles that still work to this very day. So blending the two. And here's the big breakthrough that I discovered. Getting consistent leads, clients and cash can be made simple using the Vortex V3 methodology for Facebook ads. So this V3 methodology is what I created. See, I almost stumbled across something that was working. This new model was working and people were getting results. You know, the clients that were working with me, coaches, consultants, traditional brick and mortar businesses. And it was perfect timing because somebody took notice. In fact, that person was Facebook. So recently I was invited to an exclusive event in Brussels in Belgium in Europe where 250 business owners from 15 different European countries were invited to come along, share our experiences and also get the insider knowledge from Facebook. And you can see here I am with a group that I was with at Facebook, along with one of the Facebook consultants sat in the front row, second from the right actually, you've got Olga. And so here you can see there's lots of different things going on and it was like a huge event going on. There was lots of activities, workshops and various different things. And more important, you can see here I am now in another picture where I was actually doing a Facebook Live from this, I would call their studio set up at the event. And so we were able to go live, we had the backdrop and they had all the team, as you can see behind the camera, as we were streaming out live using the Facebook platform. So Facebook took notice of the stuff that I was doing. More importantly, they could see the activities I was doing with my ads, with my clients and in the groups that I admin on Facebook. You see, the thing is, the days of easy and cheap paid traffic are long gone. So your marketing campaigns need to convert, more so now than ever. You see, Facebook for Business, I need to let you in on something. See, Facebook, the prices are actually going up. This is Haley, and this is from their support site. This is actually on the Facebook website, and she's responding to a support request. So it's on their knowledge base, and she says to the person who requested it, "Hi Tyler, the number of people advertising on Facebook grows exponentially by the day. So as competition for the newsfeed increases, the cost of reaching the same people you used to will increase. There are two ways you can combat this growth to stay competitive in your target market. Increase your budget and refine your audience with more relevant targeting." Well, increasing your budget isn't a great thing for a business owner, but I'm going to focus and show you what you can do a bit later. And then the second point where she talks about refining your audience, we're going to cover that later in this training. So another example of Facebook increasing their prices, not just them saying it, but an independent company, AdStage, did some research into this, and they found that Facebook's cost per click prices increased by 136% in a 6-month period. So you're probably thinking, have you missed the boat? Well, the answer is no, but there's more that I need to tell you. So first of all, before we go any further, I'm going to share my results. I'm going to talk you through the system I use to get real results. But please understand, my results are not typical because the average person who attends this type of workshop or training gets limited results. However, I'm happy to share with you for free today exactly what is working for me and my clients. So I'm going to cover 3 specific secrets that you need to be aware of. Secret number 1 is learn the number 1 Facebook ads mistake business owners are blind to, that is costing them hundreds of thousands in lost sales, and how to fix it. Secret number 2 is how to create an unfair advantage with the copy and explode Facebook system that allows you to grow your business with the latest tactics that only the top 5% are using. And secret 3, discover the fountain of traffic that allows you to get new leads on demand without being affected by external forces so you can dominate the market. So here it is, secret number 1. Learn the number 1 Facebook ads mistake business owners are blind to, that is costing them hundreds of thousands in lost sales, and how to fix it. So here's the thing, your move. I'm going to show you how to always be one step ahead of the competition, and it's probably not what you're thinking. It's almost like a chess move where you're strategizing. I'm going to first take you through the rules of the game. These rules are the key things you need to know. Rule number 1 is marketing strategy. And you might be thinking, marketing strategy? I've come here to learn about Facebook ads. Guys, this is the most important thing that a lot of people get wrong. They jump head first into Facebook ads, and then they end up with Facebook ads that don't work. And here's how you fix that. You start with marketing strategy, and you understand your message to your market must match. This is a really important thing. You must have a message to market match. So whatever message you put out there must match your market, your audience. You cannot run ads to an audience who don't know or understand, yeah? So you cannot run ads to an audience you don't know or understand. You must get that message to market match. You must do research, you must look into them. And you can do that by looking at what are the problems or needs that your audience have that your product or service fixes. This is important. What are their desires? Desires are the key things that drive people to action. It's almost like knowing the difference between needs and wants. You see, the majority of the world are in a place of want. The basic things that we all need are food, water, shelter. We can actually exist with those things alone, but it's our desires that feed those wants that push people to make the decisions to buy your products and services, and you need to know what those are. What is their resident dominant emotion? So what is your target audience's resident dominant emotion? Is it fear? Is it passion? What's driving them? Yeah, the more you understand your target audience in your marketing strategy, the better results you'll get, because then you can use that to your advantage when it comes to your marketing and using that in your ads. So here's rule number 2, the customer buying pyramid. Now this is something you need to be really aware of. Now the customer buying pyramid was something developed by Chet Holmes. He discovered this. There are some unique traits of buyers in any market. And what that means is that only 3% of any market are actually buying now. So what that means is that there are only 3% in any market who you're targeting that are ready to buy. The 7% who are open to it, but they're not in the mode of I'm going to buy right now. Then you have a further 60% that you can target. So 30% that are not thinking about it, 30% that think they're not interested, but then you have another 30% know they're not interested whatsoever. So what does that mean? How can you target, instead of just 3%, 70%? Well, that leads me on to something important that your prospects are thinking of. Now, let's first establish this and we'll get on to that 70%. Who do prospects choose? Do they choose the cheapest? Do they choose the most expensive? Or do they choose the closest to them if you're a local business? You see, the thing is, it's actually hard to choose. I'm sure you're aware of this. The Facebook newsfeed is so filled with your friends, your family, ads, different things competing for your attention. And the thing is, it's costing you hundreds of thousands, if not millions. Yeah. And you're probably thinking, so what's the next step? Well, here it is. You have to define your market and your niche. And the first step is knowing your market. You do this by understanding what's your main market. Are you in the wealth market where your sub-market might be business development? Are you in the health market where maybe a sub-market might be fitness? Are you in the relationships market where a sub-market might be dating? Those are the three key markets. You have wealth, health, and relationships, but most people don't even know that they're in these main markets. Then what you've got to do is understand what sub-market you're in, kind of like what you're seeing on the screen right now. Once you've established your sub-market, you then need to do this. You need to take a look in the mirror. You're probably thinking, why is that? Well, did you know you are often the person you wish to serve, especially if you're a small business under 250,000. If you're a bigger business and you're doing 7 figures, then it's still relevant by knowing who you serve. And let me break this down in terms of your niche. So your niche is basically the demographics, the variables of who you serve. And an example of this is if we were targeting business owners aged 30 to 50, turning over 50 to 250,000, who are looking to create the life of their dreams, who are looking for marketing guidance from someone they can trust, that would be an example of a niche. So I could go into the business coaching market and put this out as my niche and say that's who I'm serving. And the reason why you want to have a niche is so that you can laser target your attention and your focus as you're growing your business from 50 to 250,000 or creating a 7-figure campaign. This is important because rather than going for everybody where you dilute your message, you're going focused for a specific niche where your market will see your message and then you'll achieve that message to market match. So after you've got your niche, you need to get clear on your USP, your unique selling proposition, the key benefit that differentiates you, your product, or your service. So an example would be, let's look at a business coach. A business coach, the feature of a particular business coach, let's say they have 20 years experience. But what's the benefit of 20 years experience? Well, the benefit would be they can fast track your business with 20 years of knowing what to do and what not to do. So the difference between a feature and a benefit is that a feature is almost like what is a variable, an attribute of that particular product or service, whereas the benefit is it's almost an intangible. It's what's the result that the person's going to get. Whereas if I walk up to somebody and say I'm a business coach and I've got 20 years experience, great, that's a feature. It's no benefit to the person I'm speaking to. Whereas if I turn up and speak to somebody and say, hey, I'm a business coach, I can fast track your business with 20 years of knowing what to do and what not to do. Now I'm probably starting to get them to think. You can see that's one benefit where I'm going to help them get a result by knowing what to do and what not to do in their business. So let's expand on this. Well, how do you get really clear on your USP? You have to use the USP formula. The formula is you have to have an enabler plus your main benefits, your number one benefit. So here's an example. So here's one of our programs, USP. So this is a program that I have for coaches and consultants, and here's the USP. Vortex is the only program designed to allow coaches and consultants stuck under the 250,000 mark. So that's the enabler because it's the only program that allows. Now here's the benefit. So to generate leads on demand, make sales, and finally live the 100,000 plus lifestyle without overwhelm or technology holding you back. That's a USP. So you can see the first part in the black is the enabler and the second part of the font in red is the number one benefit. So how can you create a USP that helps you to stand out? That's what you've got to do, because this is going to be very powerful as you get into the Facebook ads side of things. When you actually start to put your ads together, you're going to know what your benefits are to your customer, which is important. So as I mentioned, how does that relate to Facebook ads? Well, let's move forward. You see, the Vortex V3 methodology takes all of those 4 rules that I've just mentioned and wraps them into these 3 key steps, where you have an impact accelerator at the top, you have the education-based marketing formula on the bottom right, and then you have automated processes on the left. That is the 3 key steps of the Vortex V3 methodology, but let me break that down for you. So the first step, impact accelerator, how you develop and build trust. So the first thing you have to be aware of is that your audience, they come in different temperatures of mindset. So first you'll have cold, where they have a problem but aren't aware of a solution. It's almost like if somebody has a problem with their car but they're not sure which motor or car garage to go to yet. So they're not aware of the solution. Yeah, they just know there's a problem. Maybe they hear a knocking in the car. Then the second one you have is warm. So you have customers whose mindset is at the warm stage, where they know they have a problem and they're seeking more information. So this might be somebody in the car that can hear a knocking in the car, and now what they're going to do is go onto, you know, maybe Facebook. They're going to go onto Facebook and ask for recommendation. Does anybody know a mechanic locally? Yeah, so they're seeking information. And then the hot one is the problem is causing a pain they must fix in their life or business. So this might be somebody then follows up on one of those recommendations and calls the business. So they're now at a point where they're ready to make a decision to fix that problem with their car. So what you've got to understand is that no matter what market you're in, what industry you're in, you're going to have customers at these different stages. They're not all thinking the same thing, i.e., I need to have your service right now. You need to be aware that customers or leads and prospects all come at different levels of awareness of what their problems are causing them right now. With the Trust Accelerator, you move them through those stages rapidly. The step number 2 is the EBM Formula. So this is V2 of the V3 Vortex methodology. So once you've got an understanding of the mindset of your prospects, you need to understand, well, how do you get these people to trust you in a way that they want to risk more with you, i.e. invest in you, work with you, use your services or products. Well, what you've got to do is use the content that you would normally put out to your market. This might be content on social media. So it could be posts, it could be Facebook Live videos, that type of thing. It could be pre-recorded videos you put out. The next thing you do is maybe you put blogs, links to blogs that you have on your website. You see, each step of content, each piece of content you put out is actually increasing trust with your audience and scaling risk. After you've put blogs and articles out, you've probably then putting video series out, ebooks, guides, marketing these out. And the important thing about education-based marketing, the EBM formula, is that you're educating people up, you're warming them up through those different stages where they're cold, warm, and hot. And so at that point, people can then make a decision to opt in for your ebook. They can make a decision to opt in for something like your webinar, like a pre-recorded training, just like this video right now, where they're spending more time with you, they're trusting you more, ultimately to take them to the final stage where you're speaking to them, where you can speak to them on a strategy call, make sure that you're a good fit for one another, you can help them and they need your service, and then you can enroll them onto your high ticket program. So that's the EBM formula. And in the V3 methodology, we show you specifically, like I've just done there, the key steps to warm your audience up, so to speak. Then the final step in the V3 Vortex methodology is automated processes. Now this is really important. This is how you pull your messaging, your content all together into a system. You see, when you first start out with your business, you're going to be putting traffic in front of, putting people in front of your ads even. So you'll be generating traffic through Facebook ads. You'll then be pointing them to your funnel, so it'll be a landing page where you'll have your email automation working in the background and all the related technology. The third step is then having your education-based marketing content in place, ready to increase trust with your prospects. So you might have a video, a webinar, a video sales letter. You may have a guide or a checklist or an ebook, something that gives value, real value. And then step number 4 is you'll then have your conversion mechanisms in place where you make your offer. You might have a sales page, you might have a webinar where it closes on an offer, you might have a video sales letter, maybe you send out a personalized email. Maybe you pick up the phone because you've got a call organizer where you can then sell people on something that's £2,000 or dollars plus. This is an important step here to have this automated process in place. And we'll come on to this a bit more in a moment. And the key thing here is that you've got a system that can take people on the front end with traffic and convert them out into your business as clients. So this is called the client getting funnel. You can see the 4 key steps in that, and this is all part of the V3 methodology. So here's an example of Christy, one of our clients who worked with us. You can see here she was doing Facebook live videos. So this was through organic outreach, and even with organic outreach she was able to generate results. Look, she put here, super excited to announce my new radio show. The radio show, just to let you know, was called Corporate Feminology, which she landed off the back of the strategy we gave her to do her Facebook ads. And not only that, here's what she then responded to us with as a testimonial. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 5 figures a month is what I'm worth, and 5 figures a month is what I'll get paid. The on street is amazing. If you aren't getting paid your value and have an opportunity to work with him, do it. So you can see that this thing works. This was working for Christy. It allowed her to move to the next level in terms of marketing her business using the Vortex V3 methodology. Secret number 2. So how to create an unfair advantage with the copy and explode Facebook system that allows you to grow your business with the latest tactics that only the top 5% are using. Now, as I mentioned previously, I was invited exclusively to the Facebook Gather event in Brussels, and this is where we start to break down some of the things that they revealed. You see, the thing is, generally websites are broken, but most people, most web design agencies won't tell you that. You see, there's too much choice on a normal website. Menus, blogs, podcasts, galleries, so many different things. And there's too many distractions because of that. So what that means is there's no focus on lead generation. There's no focus on using education-based marketing. There's no focus on increasing trust through an impact accelerator, like a sequential method for people to build up trust and want to, work with you, find out more about you. And most business owners point their ads to their homepage or a blog post, and this is a big mistake because this is very generalized. Imagine sending lots of traffic to your homepage and you've got about us, services, contact us, blogs, all these different options on your website. What does a customer choose? If they have one problem that you researched in your marketing strategy, which was in rule number 1, and then they come to your website and then there's so many different things to choose from, they're not going to make a choice. They're just simply going to come to your website and think, actually, this isn't what I was looking for. Yeah, and this is why it's such a big mistake. So this really lends itself to the old way. You see, a lot of people have set up Facebook ads, sent people to a report or opt-in, then they've tried to offer them a $7 tripwire. Then they're trying to offer them a $27 upsell, and then they put them through a kind of wait 5 days nurture sequence of emails where they then, after 5 days, invite them to a webinar and then offer their services for £2,000, $2,000. And the thing or the problem with this is that you're wasting your prospects' time. This is lengthy. Yeah, it doesn't solve their problem. Who realistically will find all of the answers in a $7 piece of training or a $27 piece of training? In reality, we all know that we've got to invest more than that in order to grow our businesses. It's almost like saying that you can grow a business to £1 million or dollars off the back of a $27 upsell. The reality is that's not going to happen. And the other thing to bear in mind is that the qualified prospects drop out at each phase in this old way. Someone who wants help will invest more than $7, and this is important that you understand this. Don't follow this antiquated method. The reason that this model is flawed is because most people don't know how to go from an ad to selling a $3,000 or £3,000 program in 48 hours. See, the old way is where you think, what is going to get the client's best outcome? You see, you need to think about what's the key thing that's going to get your client's best outcome. Is it downloading your guide or getting on a call to discuss their exact needs and investing in your main program or service where you can make the biggest impact for them? And that's the reality. It's making the biggest impact. And the only way you're going to make the biggest impact generally is when you're speaking to the client. So let's break this down. Here's the new way, the client getting funnel. What I showed you earlier with those 4 key steps, but let's break this down. First, you put an ad out to the marketplace. Then you have a webinar. So you drive people straight to a webinar where they can build trust instantly with the time that they invest watching the webinar, just like you're watching this video right now. You can then move people to a phone call where you make an offer that presents real value to your prospect. And then at that point, you can sell them onto your £3,000 or dollar product or program. This is the client getting funnel that many business owners are missing. They're trying to sell something that's too cheap, or they're running campaigns that just are not relevant. With this, you're going to take your business to the next level. So let's go into it just a little bit more so you understand. This presents less noise. There's no more client time wasting with low priced offers from click to clients in 24 to 48 hours, even at high prices. So even when they've never heard of you, because of the way that we develop our content using the education-based marketing formula, yeah, you're offering transformation so people do trust in you. Secret number 3. So discover the fountain of traffic that allows you to get new leads on demand without being affected by external forces so you can dominate the market. So your leads, the yet untapped fountain of traffic, and this is the exciting one where we're really going to dive into more of Facebook and what I discovered from Facebook. So what I discovered, there was insider knowledge that they shared. There was also key steps to Facebook ad success and what to look ahead to in 2020. And here's a picture of me and Elle. She was the actual event manager at Facebook Gather in Brussels. And there was a lot of great insights, and I'm just going to take you through some of the key ones that I feel you need to be aware of. Now, at the time, while I was doing the live stream from Facebook in Brussels, what dawned on me, and as I went through the workshops, is that there were some key fundamentals that we were already doing that were working, and that's why Facebook actually selected and asked for my attendance to this event, flew me out to Brussels from the UK, all expenses paid for, hotels, food, you name it, no expense spared. You can see why they're in the top 5 biggest and richest companies in the world, especially with what they invested in this event. So here's the V3 ad formula that you need to be aware of. Step 1 is the pixel. Step 2 is audience. Step 3 is creative. Step 4 is retargeting. And step 5 is test and measure. Now, when you wrap all of these 5 steps of the V3 ad formula, you are going to head towards success in your business and generating consistent leads. So I'll start here. You need a Facebook page in order to advertise on Facebook. That's the first step. If you don't have a page already, you need to have one. If you do have one, great. The next step is once you've got your page, you have to visit Ads Manager, go to facebook.com/business and then click on create ad, and that will start the ads process, and that's how you get started. So in the ads formula, we're going to look at step 1. So assuming you've got your Facebook page and you've got to Facebook ads, you need to have your pixel installed, and the pixel is basically your way to track your audience. So people who see your videos, see your ads, visit your website. It's an important step. This is the key to your Facebook advertising being a success. Without it, don't even bother advertising on Facebook if you haven't installed the pixel. So the pixel comes as some HTML code that is embedded into your website. Speak to a web designer or a company like I run at Business Owner Elevation. We can help you to get that installed. And once it's installed, it should come up where you can check using the Pixel Helper extension on Google Chrome, and it will just confirm to you, as you see with that green stripe, that it's loaded successfully. Step 2 in the ad formula, V3 ad formula, is audience. Now, targeting people that you would like to see your ads is crucial when you first start out. That was why you looked at previously in your marketing strategy. What are your customers' problems? What's their resident dominant emotion? What are their desires? Because this all helps you to formulate who your target audience is, and especially when you got into the niche section, because your niche is what's going to help you with the demographics of targeting in Facebook. You need the right people based on your marketing strategy research to see your ads. So you've got to target the right people. There are over 600 data points, demographics, interests, behaviors, financial data that can be used for your targeting. It's amazing. There's no other system on the planet can let you target people, potential prospects and customers in this way. So you head on over to Facebook Audience Insights on the following link. So it's facebook.com/ads/audience_insights. And that will get you to this page where you can then start to create audiences, save these audiences, and then go on and create your ads. So there's the web address once again. So once you've then created your audiences, they're saved into your audiences in your ads panel. Now here's an example of an audience I created for a traditional bricks and mortar business, and it's really powerful. Like, I looked at location, so this was based on London, the city of London in the UK, people speaking English, both UK and US, people who basically match these particular behaviors. They were likely to be mortgaged or a homeowner. And then we also included people who had a credit or debit card. And Facebook said that in London, in a 50-mile radius, there are 2.8 million people we could target with ads. This is phenomenal, guys. Then we did the same thing and simply changed the city to 25-mile radius of Birmingham. And Facebook said there are 560,000 people there we could target. Then we did the same thing again for our client and then looked at an audience in Manchester of 25 miles, and then Facebook said there are another further 590,000 people ready to be targeted. Guys, this is phenomenal. These alone equate to 3,950,000 people who we could target with my clients' ads. And so I'm showing you this so you know that this is live data, this is real, and you can use it. You can filter over those 600 data points to get your exact target audience dialed in. Step number 3 in the ad formula is your creative. This is a really important thing. It's the videos, it's the pictures, it's the copy, the text that goes into your ads. If these don't work, if these don't engage, have a guess what? You waste money. So when your ads run, remember this is what people see, hear and feel. It's your job to understand the audience and how they feel when being advertised to. Just like the example on the right, which is Donate Life America. You got to use, feelings, pictures and images and videos that invoke emotion. This is so critical, guys. So here are some key steps that Facebook shared with me. Think of mobile first. Look at the native dimensions of mobile. So generally you have taller ads that have a shorter width, so it's more portrait. Focus on videos less than 90 seconds and experiment with 15 seconds or less videos. This is direct from Facebook telling you to experiment with videos that are 15 seconds or less, because those are where the attention engagement are currently lying. By 2020, 75% of all traffic will be to video. This is coming direct from Facebook. So if you're not doing video ads right now, now is the time. Do not delay. The first 1.7 seconds is critical in any videos because that's the speed of someone scrolling through the newsfeed. So if you're using a picture or a video, make sure that it pattern interrupts. Make sure that it gets people's attention. First 1.7 seconds, so crucial. The next thing to bear in mind is that use your benefits that you looked at when you were creating your USP in your ads, in the text, in the scripts that you put into your videos. People need to feel like they know exactly what result they're going to achieve, not the features, but the benefits to them. Use open-ended questions so you get people to think. If you ask a question, do you like red? And people can answer yes, or no, then that's not an open-ended question. They can answer it and move on, scrolling through the newsfeed. Whereas if you say, how would you feel if, red was the only option you could choose? Automatically, even as you're listening to me say this, you're thinking. And that's what you've got to do. Open-ended questions, get people to think. Think of mobile first, native dimensions, as I mentioned. Focus on videos less than 90 seconds again. And I'm just reaffirming this, guys, so you get it. So let's move on. Here's a fact. People read 300 words per minute on average, but most can go up to 500 words a minute. So experiment with words on video. Don't just think it has to be a person or animation. Experiment with words coming across. It's almost like subtitles. So use emojis in your text, use subtitles, use captions on videos. I believe the stat, I haven't got it to me, but the last time I checked when I did another presentation was that 80% of people watch videos on Facebook on mute, so have subtitles. We actually have a really cool trick of how to get your subtitles put together very rapidly, which if you want to find out more, I can come to a bit later. So in the creative, use pictures that invoke emotion. As you can see there, there's copy on the left and there's a picture of a guy trying to reach for his wallet. And you can see that, you know, he's trying to get to his wallet, almost like it's paining him and he can't move. So use something that stops people. This one's a picture that we did of a of a soap opera that happens in the UK called EastEnders, and we used the guy crying. Zach, I've got actually a funny story about this. When we used this ad, a few people got in touch and said, we can't believe you're using this, because at the time this person lost a member of his family. And it just goes to show that people are so emotionally attached to even TV when it's fictional, when it's not real. Yeah, but use stuff that stops people in their tracks. So here's some examples of videos that we also ran for our clients. There's one of a window company, One Born Windows. This is one of our clients. They're a home improvements company. You can see on this particular video, they generated 33,000 videos. 33,000 views. The video is still running. Lots of engagement, but that's not the key thing, guys. It's the views and the people who are watching, not just the engagement. Here's another example of Valerie, one of our coaching clients. You can see her video here. It's got subtitles on, so if people were listening while it's on mute, they can still read. The 80% of people who do watch videos on mute. And you can see 52,000 views here. Big reach, getting out to people. So you can see with the right scripts, you'll get through to the right people. And this leads me on to being scripted for success. Here's an example where with One Born Windows, we actually worked very tightly with them one-on-one because they needed a bit more guidance. They were a traditional company and they're one of our one-to-one elevation clients. And so you can see here, this is Ken reading off the teleprompter on the tablet, and also we shot some interview style questions that were also then used in their Facebook video ads campaigns. This led to, as you can see, these particular videos here that we put together where we were promoting one of their buying guides, you know, offering value. And that's the key thing. It wasn't just a video promoting conservatories or come buy windows. It was value. The same thing with Valerie. She was offering people training on her webinar where she was inviting them to find out more about how they could attract their perfect partner. See, the thing is, many companies use this stuff and can use this stuff. I mean, look at this. It's BMW. They created a series of 4-second video ads. And the point in this was that each one was dramatizing a feature of the new BMW 4 Series. I would have actually said to them, not just a feature, they should be showing the benefit. So BMW, if ever you're watching this video, reach out to me and I'll help you with your message. So then we've got another example of Netflix promoting one of their shows on Netflix, Stranger Things. This was a 15-second video. So the program was Stranger Things to new audiences in a fresh and intriguing way. So they were promoting it in a fresh and intriguing way. The streaming service handpicked compelling scenes from the show that worked in the news feed, both with and without sound. See, compelling scenes, emotion, engagement. That's what's going to happen, guys. So it's time to get creative with the right strategy. I'm sure you'd agree. And don't worry about being on camera. We have ways around this. So step number 4 in the Facebook ads formula is retargeting audiences. When people have watched your videos, when people have been on your web pages, you can actually retarget them, follow them, put your ads in front of those people who've watched your videos before or visited your web page, because they're more likely to be the warmest prospects. You can do it based on uploading your email list into a customer file, people who visit your website, so website traffic, and then engagement, which leads you on to things like people who've watched your videos, people who've attempted to fill in a lead form, people who've visited your Facebook page, maybe people who've done a full screen experience on Canvas ads, Instagram business profiles, so interactions on there, as well as any events you've promoted. You can target people who said they're interested, some people who said they're not going, so you can retarget them for events coming up in the future. There's so many possibilities, but you must use retargeting, guys, and that comes from installing that Facebook pixel at the very start of secret number 3, where we were talking about getting ready with your page and then your pixel. So here's an example of people who watched Valerie's video where it had, at the time, I think it was like 30,000. It's gone on to 50,000 views now, but you could see there are at least 4,300 people who'd watched 50% or more of that video. Warm target audience. And this is what it helped to result in. So the other thing to bear in mind is that you can target people who've watched 3 seconds, 10 seconds, 25% or more. There are different options, as well as people touching your landing pages. But of those 4,300 people who watched 50% of Valerie's video, look at this, it resulted in, on one given day, 41 webinar registrations. Those are leads, names, emails, and telephone numbers. Obviously there were more because you can see the graph going up and down, but I'm showing you this because it was a very short run campaign we ran just before Christmas, and results are coming in even then. So it works, guys. This stuff really works. Step number 5 in the formula is test and measure. Use a 24-hour window to monitor the performance of your ads. Kill ads fast and run with the new winning control. So what that means is if ads aren't performing after 24 hours, kill them and then find the one that does work. So always run 2 so you can split test one against the other, maybe a different image compared to one, maybe different text compared to one. You know, run it, but kill it fast. Don't waste your money. Example Facebook ads funnel. Here's an example Facebook ads funnel you should put in place. Start with a video ad, 60 seconds or less. Go up to 90 seconds, no more than that, I'd advise. Build an audience of views. Off the audience views, you can then retarget people. So people who've watched 25% or more of your video. Then create another ad that targets those 25% viewers. So then you can say, you know, if you were putting a video out inviting people to watch your webinar or inviting people to download your guide, saying, hey, maybe you forgot, but you know, there's still a chance for you to watch the webinar or still a chance for you to download the guide. And then once you've got people who've clicked on that, send them to your landing page on your client getting funnel. This is important, guys. When they get to the landing page, this is the point where you can move them from being a lead into a prospect. So this brings me on to real world numbers. Our clients spend on average $100, £100 in advertising to get new prospects on the phone once this process is dialed in. So with a $3,000 or pound plus offer, how many prospects would you need to speak to before someone said yes? 1 in 5, so that would mean spending $500 to make 3,000. Or is it 1 in 4? So if you've got a really good conversion rate, that means you'd only have to spend $400 to make $3,000 for one of your programs or products. You know, even if you're in the UK, these numbers work in pounds also, so you're not fixed to having to trade in dollars. This is just for reference because we've got people who watch these training videos in the UK and around the world. Next step, this is how you build a business using Facebook ads that takes you to the income goal that you have set. Yeah, people want results, so offer them something that solves their problem. This model will scale with you. Whatever your income goal, it's just a matter of how many clients you want to talk to get there. That's it. The more clients you want to talk to, that means the more opportunities you have for people coming into your business, buying your services and products. And here's the bottom line. You don't need Facebook ads. You're probably thinking, well, why have you just showed us all about Facebook ads? Well, let me explain. You need the proven Facebook ad system. So there's no point in just boosting a post. You know, you must follow the system that I've laid out for you today. When you use the right system, your prospects will enroll at premium prices and thank you for it. And if you don't have the right high value offer yet, don't worry. We can help you create it and show you the process to sell it consistently. Transform your results. If you've been struggling to make the income and impact you want, guess what? Now that you know what it takes to attract in consistent leads, you know what's been missing for you and your business too. Questions to ask. How can you tell a great marketing coach from the bad? So how can you tell the great marketing coaches from the bad? Are they getting results? Are their clients getting results? And do they understand strategy, not just tactics? And this is important. Do they provide world-class support? So if you are looking for somebody to support you with your marketing, your Facebook ads, ask these questions. Yeah. And if they can give you answers like you've seen today in the training that I've given you, then you're on to somebody who can help you. Here's the bottom line. The future belongs to the coaches, consultants, and business owners who can consistently generate clients from marketing campaigns and deliver great results for their clients. If you can't do all of these things, then work with somebody who can help you get there. It's only getting more competitive. I showed you the Facebook ads, cost per clicks are increasing. Yeah, it's getting more competitive. So you need somebody who can guide you to the next level. So you need to survive and build a great business. So get the guidance you need to survive and build a great business. Here's why. It's the death of marketing. The way marketing has been done is coming to an end. Recycled information, tactics-based campaigns and broken promises are going to destroy a lot of businesses. It's just getting so competitive and the old ways are not working. If you want to win, you need to create a marketing system that really gets results. The time to do that is right now. Here's Pin, one of our clients, Pin Binning. He runs a driving school. And look at this testimonial here. Closed and sealed the deal. The client purchased my course at £1,799, whereas most competitors in his marketplace are selling for under £1,200. And now, off the back of his webinar client getting funnel, he's generated £50,000 and gone from just being him to having 20 drivers in his business. Amazing, amazing case study. Then you've got Barbara. She's managed to pre-sell 3 courses onto her £2,000 online hydrotherapy course before it was even ready in 4 weeks. So here's another example. Bernardo Moya, we helped him with some marketing for an event he was running in London, and we helped him to increase attendance to his double 3-hour event by 473%, leading to revenues of 50,000 plus for his coaching program. And then here's the sales director from One Windows. He saw me doing the videos earlier with Ken. You know, the marketing strategy you've helped us create, there's nothing like it in the market. I'm really looking forward to this year with what we will achieve, and that's Paul Benyon. So here's the thing, guys. I'm not sure exactly why you showed up, but it could be because you've been scratching your head at how you stand out in a very crowded marketplace. You're sick and tired of getting unqualified prospects or even a lack of prospects, and you just don't know where to start with your sales funnel. You're frustrated with wasting your money on ads and marketing that simply isn't working. But fortunately for you, you discovered 3 secrets today. Secret 1, learn the #1 Facebook ads mistake business owners are blind to that is costing them hundreds of thousands in lost sales and how to fix it. This all came down to strategy, guys. Do you remember those rules of the game? Secret 2, how to create an unfair advantage with the copy and explode Facebook system that allows you to grow your business with the latest tactics that only the top 5% are using. That was the client getting funnel. Do you remember? Secret 3, discover the fountain of traffic that allows you to get new leads on demand without being affected by the external forces so you can dominate the market. That was the V3 Facebook ad formula that I took you through those 5 key steps. Now you have a choice. How I can help you. My team and I have set aside some time in the next 48 hours to speak to you personally about how you can apply these ideas to your business starting today. Whatever your biggest challenges are, we've seen it and we know how to overcome it. On the session, we will work with you to craft a step-by-step game plan to hit your income goals for this year, whether that's £10,000 or dollars a month or £200,000 or dollars a month, and for attracting the exact clients you want to work with. The cost, it's absolutely free. On the session, we'll work with you to craft a step-by-step game plan to hit your income goals for this year, whether it's £10,000 a month or £200,000 a month. And for attracting the exact clients you want to work with, the cost, as I mentioned, absolutely free. Who is this for? You must have knowledge that solves a major life or business problem and can command a premium price. You must be outstanding at what you do. You must hold yourself to the highest standards of integrity. If that's you, book a session now. Why am I doing this? I do this because I love giving back and helping business owners achieve their goals. Plus, I know that you might want our help to transform your business, and if so, we can discuss it and see if it's a good fit for both of us, because we don't work with everybody. If not, that's okay. As I mentioned, that's okay. You can only have one, guys. You can either have results or excuses, and I want you to have the results. I don't want you to have any more excuses. You know, investing some money in Facebook ads and then it's not working, investing more money into your campaigns to grow your business and you fall flat on your face, you're scratching your head, trying to figure out why isn't it working. I want you to have results, not excuses. So here it is. Visit the web address on your screen, leonstreet.com/apply. That's leonstreete.com/apply. Spaces are limited because there's only so many people that we can speak to on the phone each week. So book now. Apply now, because we don't offer this consistently every week. You know, there are other things that we have to do in marketing our business and helping the clients that we're already working with. So a final thing, when you click on that link, this is what you'll see. You'll see the schedule, you'll see the page to book in your call. So choose a date and then choose a time, just like you see on the screen there, one that's convenient to you. And make sure you change the time zone. So if you're not in London or the UK, change it to whatever country you're in. And then once you've done that, step 2 is simply fill in your contact details, and then your call will be booked in when you click on submit. One more thing. Who loves free bonuses? I'm sure you guys love free bonuses. So look, I've put something together that you're going to find absolutely awesome. I have put together the ultimate Facebook ad swipe file. So how to fast track your way to creating ads that generate leads consistently. Plus guys, I've put a bonus in. The bonus is the Facebook video ad script. So you know the videos you saw me helping with Womble Windows with Ken and then Valerie, plus some other clients. I'm including all of that in the 30-page swipe file, plus you'll get at least 7 key video scripts for your next video views campaign, speeding up the creative process to save you more time. Use all of this to your advantage. So when you book in your call, you get this swipe file absolutely free. So make sure you book in your call, because I'm ready to help you guys move to the next level. So here it is. Simply visit the web address on the screen. It's leonstreet.com/apply. Spaces are very limited, so apply now. If you sat on the fence thinking, oh, is this just another hype thing? It's not hype. You saw the testimonials. I'm here ready to help you move to the next level, guys. There's a reason Facebook invited me to their event in Brussels. One of 250 entrepreneurs, business owners from 15 countries in Europe. It's because they recognize the great things we're doing in our business and also the great things we're doing to help our clients. And I'm ready, waiting to hear from you to find out if you're one of our next successful clients going for 5, 6, or 7 figures on your next marketing campaign. You know, this is absolutely free. I'm not going to go on any more, guys, because I'm sure you've enjoyed the training, as have I. So if you've got any more questions, book in the call and I'll be able to take you through and answer those questions on the call when we speak. And I just want to thank you once again for watching this video. It's Leon Street from Business Owner Elevation Limited. Take care. Goodbye.